Hello. Good evening. We are back in episode 6.
Hi guys.
Hi. Wow. Hot list
Hi.
of speakers.
Good bump.
Finally, the
Good
most
bump.
scouted player, most scouted speaker. Kalami is back with us, Mr. Football. Thank
Oh,
you.
not Mr. Football, just an ordinary fan.
Humble.
Fairly down to earth. And Wayne, thanks for accepting the invite, a hardcore United fan.
Hi guys.
Then Dinesh, Mr. United.
Thank you,
And
guys.
Reina, you all know as the United Asid.
Hi.
Okay, guys, first but not least, help us to grow the show. So I need all of y'all, please like, subscribe, and follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter for more Footy Talk fan show. Get your flies, and please leave your comments and get our panels to answer them. Just shoot them whatever you all want. Okay, let's move on to the first topic. Wade Mark Rooney Wazza. Let's finally call his retirement. I mean, he's been instrumental from boy wonder to captain wonder for United. He took us all the way. He came in as an 18-year-old. I mean, then we know what he did. It was all basically, I mean, he's a legend, club legend basically. In the modern day, we can say club legend. Grew up looking at him. Kalami, what you can take out about Rooney?
Of course, if you talk about Rooney, it's going to be these two goals that would probably be most talked about: the acrobatic kick against City and the screamer against Newcastle, both at Old Trafford. But to me, I think he made his mark on his debut when United were facing Fenerbahce, and he scored a hat trick. I think that really opens up everyone's eyes that he is a talent that needs to be recognized, lah.
Yeah, I still can remember he wore the number 8 jersey and scoring the hat trick.
Yeah.
That was a beauty on
It was
side.
a right foot from outside
Left.
the box, left foot from outside the box, and a free kick. That was
Yes.
extraordinary.
Wayne, what do you see
Yeah.
him as a captain? I mean, Kalami has said the 2 goals, but aside from that, what do you feel that he brought to the team?
Okay, what I can see is being a Rooney, the temperament of him, the way that he plays, the way he talks, and the way he brings the game. And I know he's a bit hard-headed. He will be very angry and such, but that builds the personality of him and moves the team goes up. He will push everyone. That's what I see. Being a captain, that's what we need.
Okay, very interesting. I mean, so do you miss him?
Well, obviously, I'm sorry to say this, guys. I don't see anyone in the current team which have that passion to play.
But Wayne, I mean, as much we say they don't have the passion to play everything, but Rooney time at United, the way that he left the club, it wasn't the best way, I would say. I mean, he did not end on a high, or do you feel he ended on a high?
I think he did what is best. He's the top scorer. He's a top scorer in Manchester United. Okay,
Yeah.
I think the players which is in the current team, which the highest goal scorer is Rashford. He's about 80 something from second. I can't recall.
I don't think
And
so anyone
he's
can reach.
exactly, and he is about 280 something. So look at the difference, the way that he have put himself in the team, and not only at the team as in the Manchester United level. I mean the team itself, yeah, the organization. That's what I will say.
Interesting. Dinesh,
Well,
how do you sum up Rooney?
I mean, he's not for me. The unique part of Rooney was you can never label him as a striker alone. Every position given to him, he excelled in it.
But can I say that was a bit of a downfall because when he did not have a basic position to play, I mean, we all knew when he came out, like how Kalami said, the hat trick. His early days, he was scoring, but then eventually he was shipped out to the wings, to the mid, and it somehow make him to lose that striker instinct, or you think he did not, we benefited in other ways?
It's not about striker instinct because you understand Rooney is not a poacher or he's a workhorse. He always excels, and I believe that he volunteers himself for the team, no matter whether it's going to be a striker or it's going to be a midfield or winger. Even maybe even last man, he will do it
because he loves the game, he loves the club. And the one incident I won't forget was the game against Blackburn, where he came out because of injured, out of substitution. He came out, saw the team was struggling because he had to run through that game because they were leading the game by one goal, and they had to win the game. Injured Wayne Rooney was literally hobbling, coming back inside and playing the last 5-10 minutes with no complaints. I mean, do you see any player doing that in this modern era? I'm sorry, nobody. Rooney is one of a kind player because he is dynamism, and of course, like what Karimi said, the goal against Newcastle, especially, what I won't forget was a minute before that he was arguing the referee over a certain thing, and out of frustration, just smashed the one to the Stratford end. I was like, wow. I mean, a Rooney angry like this would be like, wow, that's beast mode, man. And of course, the debut of against Fenerbahce, that perfect goal, if you ask me, the free kick rounded up. Rustu Rekber, a very good goalkeeper, a World Cup goalkeeper with Turkey, and literally, Rooney just, wow, was a very, very impressive debut. But the one thing I admire about Rooney was not only for United, but for England also. He was a force, top goal scorer for England also. So he left his mark. So if to answer your question whether he left the sour note, I don't think so, because as a player for United, he has completed every other trophies there to be won. From the Championship to the Premier League, multiple Premier Leagues, and I mean, hats off to the legend, man. Never Wayne Rooney anymore. Not for a long time to come. No more.
Yeah, he had a complete, except for UEFA Super Cup, if I'm not mistaken, right? That's why he did not win.
Yeah, he did
But
not
he
win.
won.
Yeah,
He didn't win the
Super Cup. He won the Club World Cup, but he did not win the Super Cup.
Yeah, but again, the guy's career is way more than bigger than that. What a career he had.
Yeah. Okay. Dinesh, can I ask you something? Since you said, right, out of anger, Rooney did that smash, right? So do you think we can push the same anger towards our current team? If I have to choose one specific player, if we put the same anger into Martial, do you think he would have scored that same one?
You're talking
Martial getting angry.
a god status player. For me, if you ask me, he's a god status player for United. Okay, so first of all, if you're going to push that to Martial or anybody in the team, they must have the burning passion like what Rooney had. First you have the passion, the very low level of it, passion. If our players don't have passion, you cannot do that. You cannot do what Wayne Rooney did. The only player I can equate Wayne Rooney is, and the passion part of it was with Roy Keane. The Roy Keane type of player. You go for a fight, you're going to go all out. If you're going 100% on the game, you got a game plan, that's Rooney. He and Roy Keane, for me, I always see both of them as alike. The memang Red Devils, the hardcore part of it.
All right. Selina, I mean, Rooney has been great, and now he has moved into his new chapter. He's managing Derby. And Derby seems to be getting good, impressive numbers. Do you see him United as a manager? Would you want to see him in United as a manager?
Yeah, good question. But before that, I just wanted to conclude all the speakers who say, because it's about the same things that I wanted to say about Rooney, also the phenomenal score and all that. But one thing that you guys missed out that I wanted to point out that I love, also one of the things I love the most about Wayne Rooney is that he hates Liverpool so much. That hatred that I see in a player, that what is like, it's like big things for me, So back to your question. Yeah.
Hatred, I would say, because he's an Everton boy.
Yeah.
So it's a double hatred.
Boy, yes. Yeah, it's
So
a double
it feels
hatred.
inside. Yeah.
Yeah, so because you have that, right? So it's like even we as a fan, we see the rivalry between the clubs, right? So when you see the players are having that also, it's a different platform already. It's like a different things, and you see different kind of how to say, sense of games, from the player itself, So that's one thing that I would also love to admire from him also. Comparing to Maguire, who's been hugging and stuff and all that, right? So this is what I'm trying to say. So back to your questions, right? Rooney being a manager, why not? Actually, this is what I wanted to say also. Like, I'm happy for his next career that he chose to be into a manager positions into the big country, and if he can excel well and all that. So I would love to see him managing United. So one day, if things doesn't go right with Ole, and then if you have to find a replacement, if he's one of the right person, why not? I would love to see him because I think as a player itself, nobody knows better than the player itself the winning mentality, the importance of this club's the history of this club, the things that, especially whatever he has won and all that, right? So yeah, in terms of the CV, he has all the rights.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I mean, they have mentioned. I'm going to throw one more question to you, Selida. They have mentioned that Fenerbahce goes or Newcastle, but and the City game. I mean, these three games. I mean, it's one of the landmarks of Rooney. Which game is a landmark for you aside from this that you can't forget? I mean, you will still remember. You will still remember throughout.
This is a tough one.
Yes. I mean, yes. I mean, throughout anybody I ask, I know City's goal it lives inside. I know Newcastle. Yes, that debut. So, aside from these three, I mean, a club
AC
legend we
Milan.
say it's a god. We
AC
say
Milan. AC
uh,
Milan.
AC Milan.
AC Milan game. Old Trafford Champions League. The one we scored Rooney from outside the box, one timer, past
The
Dida.
Old
4-2.
Trafford.
4-2. Old Trafford, yes. Rooney on the
Okay,
double.
that
Rooney on
could
the
be
double.
one. That could be one, but Vino, you
Roma.
put me in the spot. Okay. If I really need to choose one, a landmark game. Oh my God, Vino, I can't think of it.
There should be. Let's think.
There is too many, too much. I think I go. I'll agree with Dinesh. I think I go with the Milan game, because Milan back then was still a giant, one of the giants of Europe. They had Dida, Maldini, Kaká was still in his best years. I think that match is possibly could be among the top match that I remembered of Rooney. That winning goal was super because I did not sleep that night to watch the match, and I had trouble going to school the next morning.
Okay, but have we all forgotten the Tottenham Hotspur game?
Which
Remember that we
one?
were losing 2
5-2.
0 and then we won 5-2. It was a Rooney inspired performance. No Rooney, no comeback. I mean, maybe I'm telling too
Oh,
bluntly.
that's what I said. There's too many. There's too many.
There's too many that we can talk about.
Remember,
Yeah.
remember
Difficult to mention, yeah.
the demolition. I mean, we beat City, I think, and it was Rooney who started the scoring.
Oh yeah, so and then he became everyone mentioning he was the king of Manchester.
Yes, exactly. Yes, that is one
Arsenal
of the matches as
8-2.
well. So,
Arsenal 8-2, the hat trick.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
Correct.
thing is, it's not hard to find. It's just impossible to get the best.
yeah,
But
exactly. I'll
another
do that.
performance in Barcelona also I would say that he played well. When Rooney was played on the left
Mhm.
in the semi-final, he didn't score. But a very team performance. He worked his ass off with Park controlling the Barca midfield. Scholes scored a beautiful goal, and then we went to Barcelona, basically did a defending job. But
Mhm.
he was all the way. I mean, Rooney, we could see he will come back in left back, right back, center back. The aggression, the determination, that's what is clearly lacking.
Well, the game
Right.
has changed, I think. The game has changed.
Yeah.
I think these days there are no more such players as Rooney or as like Van or Dinesh said just now. So we need to just use what we have. I think the most passionate player right now we have, I think, is actually McTominay, who
Oh
works his
yeah.
ass off for the team. So
McTominay is a typical British. But Kalmi, let's throw as a question here from Jay. Thanks for watching, man. Good evening, folks. His eldest son Kai signed for United recently. Massive shoes to fill. I mean, uh, this is a big shoes for Kai. I mean, signing for the club that your father is a legend, and we all have seen that with even the club like card skates, Tulam
mm.
skates. I mean, somehow it's like in that game, it just doesn't feel like they can except because the pressure and expectation be too much on the kid that it might break or make him, shape him. Do you think it was the right decision for Kai to be in United instead of Derby?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I don't. It's the right decision if Kai wants to play football, but if he wants to be the best in the world, I don't think he should be signing for United, because he'll
Not
be
now.
forever standing in his dad's shadow, and I don't think that's good for any footballer. hands
Okay.
down. Yeah.
Okay, guys, before we move up, let's just run through the comment section here. It's Jay Silan Govindan, thanks for watching, mate. We have one from Pua. Respect the Scouser. Wayne Rooney, I would say he's still underrated by many. For me, Man United's best player in my lifetime, better than Ronaldo, Scholes, Giggsy, etc., etc. Oh, that's a nice one. But Pua, I still feel Scholes is better lah. It's a more complete player lah. Anyway, thanks for
But
watching,
at least
Pua.
thanks
Yeah,
for Pua
it's a
saying
nice
that.
thing to hear from a Liverpool fan. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's right.
it's a very
Yeah.
objective one. I mean, Paul is one of theirs, and then we have to. He gives credit where it's due. Kabinesh, Mr. Kabi is here. If only the earlier days we had stats for number of assists, I wouldn't be surprised if Rooney would have topped the chart for a striker. It speaks volume about the sacrifice he made as a striker. Very, very true. Because I think those times we didn't check. The best compliment I can give Waza is he's been a complete player. He's been a striker, number 10, winger, defender, midfielders, right tackles, the chiefs, spectaculars, fight, hat tricks, halfway line goal, free kicks, bicycle kick against City, top scorer, red card, medal won, etc., etc. You can go on about Rooney. I mean, yeah, we live in a generation of Rooney, so I mean, there's a lot of things to talk about. You can't compete, but here Gordon is one of the greatest captain and been top four, so it's a different thing. But topping off Rooney, let's hope he have a great managerial career. Let's hope he make wonders in Derby. And maybe as United always say, we always keep a backup plan, right? He might be our backup plan. Hopefully he
Hopefully he takes his time at Derby and don't rush to the big clubs.
Yes, hopefully he doesn't pull a Lampard 2.0 move.
Oh,
Yes. So let's wait and have patience. But let's move up. Up next, the review on Anfield and Craven Cottage. One draw, one win. Wayne, how do you see the
Yes.
two results?
I think for me, when I was looking at the game, I would say that both of the games has a different way, the game plan that Ole have put it in. I mean, that's my thing. Because the moment they have playing against Liverpool, they have sat down and they have played in a counter attack mode. And I do. The problem is that the dots wasn't linking between all the players and such. So that was the issue there. That's what I feel. But the defense was good. It was solid. Good was good. And being Liverpool don't have the. I mean, it's been like 3 games or 4 games. They didn't score any goals. So I think their striking team is having a problem. So yeah. And that was.
So wait, is the
Yep.
striking team having a problem, or the United defense did a better job? Which is which? So you don't want to give it too much a compliment.
Exactly. Yeah. I will say it's the Liverpool. I think they've been having issue with their striking. I mean, I didn't think so. That I thought I was hoping the game will be going all out, will be open to expectations and the that the game brings up. And Liverpool versus United, it should be all out. But it was the moment you go sit down. For me, it was a bit of disappointment.
Kalami, was it a disappointment for you?
It was a spectacular performance from United. I think Solskjaer got it right.
Yes, that's what I think. Yes.
If I put myself in Solskjaer's shoes, I would play the same way because we had a 3-point lead against the defending champions, top of the league. Why risk losing a match when you can still maintain a 3-point lead over Liverpool? That's my take. And back to Van's point, I think United's defense did a spectacular job. I honestly did think so because when Solskjaer put Lindelof as his first 11, I think he did get a stick from a few fans, but Lindelof did answer his critics well, didn't he? Because I think he played so well. I'm not a fan of Maguire, I had to say, but Lindelof did well. Wan-Bissaka, as usual, did well. Fred provided cover for the back four. I think that was a superb match, and I was very happy with the result. No complaints from me.
Dinesh, I know you predicted a draw, But okay, we have a comment here from Parameshwaran. Thanks for watching. Liverpool attack becoming too predictable. You know how Salah moves. You know how Mane runs between the line. So when we knew how to control them, I mean, Karami said it was a good performance. Why risks are going out? But when you see your enemy lines, there is already a leak. You see they are weak. Why not hit them hard there? So why we didn't try to hit them hard, nail that victory, go 6 points up, and earn the bragging right and say we beat you at your home instead of Burnley beating them and just going all up there. Why didn't United do that?
The thing is, okay, let's be honest, there is no leakage in the Liverpool attack. There is no leakage. They
No,
are
I'm
a
not
good
talking.
attack. No,
Okay.
no, the Liverpool attack. The leakage was at United's defense because when Lindelof, like what Karime said earlier, there were sticks coming up when Lindelof was actually selected over Eric Bailly.
Really.
And
Yeah.
our bully said I was one of them. I was actually swearing in my house to my wife. I said, this is less of a disaster. We are going to get mauled and I'm going to come back to the room crying. You better go sleep. Don't watch the game. You don't want to see your husband going berserk. But the funny part of football is
Oh
bloody.
yeah, I remember the lineup was a massive disaster. I just went
Yeah,
and said
I think
Nasrama lineup, they're going
we
back.
spoke about it. So like what Ferguson says, bloody football. So again, as I think I mentioned, a player is always judged by us based on what we watch, but the manager's judgment is based on the 5 days they train in a week. All right. So what Lindelof displayed in his training, I believe, convinced Solskjaer that this guy is up for the biggest game of the season. On the other part of it,
He's not
Liverpool's
Solskjaer's favorite Swedish.
well, the thing is, even his favorite, the guy had a wonderful performance that day. He executed his task 100% perfection. Report card A plus, definitely, because he had a good game. But on the other side, Liverpool part of it, to be honest, the team was too predictable because, like what Klopp was doing all the while, he's not rotating his strikers, he's not rotating his squad. He's always playing the same 11. And that's about it. He only changes the players when they get injured. So when you're going to play something like that, you see them playing about 16, 17 games with the same lineup. If you do not understand and learn how they're playing, then as an opponent you have failed. So I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got it spot on how to neutralize their attack. Then again, if we think that we went for a defensive game, let's be honest, the writing is on the wall. We had the better chances. We did not take them. For a defensive minded team to create the chances we had, that itself is an applause to the team. All right. Of course, there were a few moments where I was a bit not happy when, especially Rashford had a chance to actually square it to Cavani. He could have done it. Imagine scoring that goal against Liverpool at the Cup, and that would have been like icing on the cake. But if you ask me, this 1 point was definitely a deserved point. And like what Karimi said is, why take the risk? We are already 3 points ahead. Maintain the 3 points gap. There will be time where we will definitely extend the gap, but do not risk it at Liverpool because if we are going to lose the game, they are going to above us, and they might get inspired for the next performance because they already beat their closest rival. So it was a total mind game by Solskjaer, and I think the guy got it right. And
Your report
Liverpool's
card for him for that game?
hmm?
Out of 10, what do you rate for that match performance?
7 to 8, 7.5 to over 10.
7.5.
Yes, because the other part of it, I was not happy with the missed chances we had. We could have buried the game, maybe at least a goal or two, at the best two, not more, of course. But the free kick by Bruno was amazing. Just bad luck. Bruno's one-on-one with the keeper in the cross was a nice chance, but Alisson had it. Pogba should have boomed it, and it's okay. But Rashford, I'm sorry, was a guilty party that day. I mean, Rashford went for personal glory as a Manchurian. He wanted to score against the Scousers, but that's a bad move. Cavani was free. You should have been the better man to square it off because both the defenders were running on par with you, and Cavani was literally like is waiting for his chance to step the ball in. And with the striking instinct of Cavani, that's definitely 100% goal. So, again, this is a worrying thing because if come end of season, we lose the title by a point or so, you will reflect back on these particular misses. So we should not allow this to haunt us back. So hopefully the next big games or next games we take our chances because that matters. But moving on to Craven Cottage, there's a different game altogether. We saw why we need Cavani in the starting lineup.
Yes.
The moment he got the ball in the B, the left leg strike it. And of course, Pogba, boom, left leg on the single leg, left, far left. I mean, this is what Pogba is all about. He's becoming the player we expect him to be. Again, it depends on why. Is it
Hmm?
because he's trying to please the future suitors who's going to buy him? We don't know anything. But
Okay.
again, you know, live the moment, appreciate the player, hope for the best. Come summer, we'll see what's happening. But if he's going to leave summer, I hope he leaves with the Premier League medal around his neck.
Okay. If you rated the game in Anfield 7.5, what about Craven Cottage?
I would say eight,
8.
8/10, because we
I mean,
actually kind
Dinesh,
of.
but I mean, let's be very objective. If Pogba did not score that goal,
Mhm.
everyone will be hunting down the team performance on that day. I mean,
especially in the first half.
That Pogba goal got us off the grave. Right. Good. But let's not forget, it was not a great performance.
It's
If
not.
Loftus Cheek took his chances, we are back to square one. So
You
how do
see,
you prove that at 8?
no, you see, the thing is, that is the irony. You see, why I say it. We took our chances. They never took. They had the chances. It's not like they did not get the chances. They did not take the chances. We took our chances. So that means we are a better team. Every
Okay.
game you play against anybody in Premier League, they will definitely have a chance against you,
Hmm?
and that is mandatory because everybody's level is a level gameplay. Okay, so
Okay.
why I say it, because we took our chances not once but twice. And it's always the hard game where we're going to screw up a goal in the first 5 to 10 minutes. We let go a goal. Lukman, one Bisaka played him onside when I thought was supposed to be offside, but Bisaka played him onside, so that's hard luck. But again, the character of the team needs recognition. Even though it's Fulham, but let me tell you, Fulham also is quite a decent run with Scott Parker. The last few games they have, it's quite a decent team, and playing at Craven Cottage, it's not a very hard place to go, but again, it's an away game. No matter we are the away game king or what, but going away games, winning the game, doing a comeback, you got to give the team credit because it's not lower division, it's the Premier League. It's as I said, level playing ground for everybody. I still think it was
Interesting.
an 8/10.
All right, that's very interesting. Selena, what was the positive, or what I can say, what's the negative that you can take from both of the matches that needs to be improved, or since we are heading for the title or challenging for the title?
Okay. For me, the games again, Liverpool. One of my disappointment is of course the finishing one. Especially like how Dinesh said earlier, right? The cross that Rashford could have done. Then the Cavani could have scored, and Rashford for many attempt that he had on offside position. So that's one of the negative thing. And also in that game, if you realize, Bruno have a decent chances as well, but also he does not pull much into this game. And a lot of people are saying why again he is not coming up in a big matches again. But if you ask me, he for me, I'm happy actually because why? Because we still have Pogba to support him. So in a way, I'm happy because people keep saying that this is one man team, and all that. So in that game, if you take out all the chances that Bruno had a free kick and all that, right? But he doesn't have like a normal game that he used to play. But we have Pogba to support him. That's what I wanted to see. That it's proven all the years because it's wrong. Is we are not really one team match. Same goes to Lindelof also, because we always think that Lindelof's going to be a disaster for us, right? When he came in, he changed and all that. So I love to see the changes. So one of my games against Fulham also the same thing. For me, I think if we could have the finishing part, because I think now our backline we are getting there already. We are building the foundations already there. But just that the front, if we can do some good finishing to the front part, will be great lah.
Finishing, okay, that's a good take. I mean, okay, guys, let's just run through the comments here. Oh, Kabinesh. I mean, like how I think he just seconded you. We are no longer one man army. Pogba has stepped up. Cavani is showing his class. Luke Shaw is the best form of his life. We have leaders all the park. Inverted, I would say leaders is still a huge thing to say, but let's hope and see. Guys, Wayne, maybe there's one comment question from Jay. Thoughts on Shaw's current form since Teres came in? I mean, it was a good
Yeah,
performance by Shaw recently, especially in the board games. Do you see that Teres coming in and pushing up to the next level?
exactly. I mean, this builds the team whereby you know that you have a secondary person that is. I mean, Teles is good. His passing, his crossing is very good. So, to how to say to maintain your position in the team, you need to step up. So that's what is currently Shaw is doing. And with Bruno comes in, Pogba has more space for him to move around and play his game. Whereby the midfield is there. So the only now thing we need to have someone for Wan Bissaka now on the right hand side. We need to have someone so ensuring that even though, although Wan Bissaka is injured and such, we have a good right back as well. So I mean, two players in one position really can help each other and bring the best in them.
That's an interesting one. Okay, Dinesh, there's a comment for you. Michael, thanks for watching. Good point, Dinesh. Then let's just run through one here. Oh, Poa has gone on to say Pogba in superb form right now. Would love to know, are you still Pogba out? Yes, Dinesh. Yes, Poa, I'm still Pogba out. I mean, he's just an illusion of form now.
Okay, I
Not
would
the
like to.
team play.
Yeah, again,
Yeah.
because I understand that currently I think they're going to read out on the contract. I mean, the contract
Yes.
renewal is there, and I can see that every time whenever a player the contract renewal there, you can see the players the way they play games is changed, and the moment the contract have been signed, it goes back to square one. Is like is that what currently happened with Pogba?
Yeah. I mean, we have a comment here from Parliament also mentioned that Pogba playing well on his final season after he bought him for a world record fee. That's irony. I mean, yes, Pogba is having a good game. Last two games he bailed out. Uh, but let's be upfront. You buy a world. I mean, if you say if a world class player has to come with world class mentalities, right? So regardless of whatever issues you have to bet, you have to perform on the field. But the recent change of form, I mean, all of us know what pushed it. It's because, I mean, he is bidding himself. But the good part is United have to capitalize on it. If they are always capitalizing, grinding out results, then it's a benefit of all. But in a way, it's not a healthy thing because it is not something that you want to have in your team because it cultivates a different impression for others too. Like when I want to perform, I perform, I will stay. But I'm not sure. Do you all think it sends the right message out? Academy?
I don't think so. I think Alex Ferguson did great when allowing him to leave for Juve. I think he has his own reason. Ferguson's mentality is the player is never bigger than the club, and I think Pogba is trying to be that, trying to be bigger than the club. Would never agreed for the Pogba transfer coming back to United. I think we should do better. We should have get two or three more players. Not a fan of Pogba as well, though. Pogba, Maguire, and Martial. I think they can all be transferred out maybe next summer. But
Yeah,
back,
actually, we can do a bundle deal. I mean, United can come up with a bundle deal. Buy
You
two free one or buy one free
no,
two
you
or
buy
come
Pogba
something.
and Maguire, we give you Martial for free. We sponsor his salary.
Maybe
so
a
it's good.
bundle deal. So anyone out there, any scouts, anyone United's going on a bundle deal, please approach Ed Woodward.
But it's good though that Pogba is stepping up his game. I think like Ben said, I think maybe he might be trying to please his future employers. I hope so, and I really don't like it if he stays. But if he wants to stay, then if he is staying, if he's considered to stay, I think this kind of changes is good for the club, it's good for the team, it's good for the fans to watch, to look. Might be, and we might have a chance to go at the title to go for the title again this season if he can consistently maintain his performance.
That would
Sure.
be key.
Karami, actually,
Consistent.
sorry, Vinod, can I
Yes,
just
Fina, go
add
on.
in that? Yeah, sorry, I think I agree with you also, Karami, because at the same time also, if he is going to leave, if he decided to leave also, we do not lose anything because we are using, he is coming up with his full potential now, so as much as we can use him now, so we use it until we win the 21st title, or to the end and all that. It'll be great because for us still a win-win situation as well. So if
But
he's
do you
going to
think it's
do
a
this
win-win
because he
situation,
wanted to
Selena?
separate.
Don't you feel it sends out a wrong message because it's like it proves that the player can be bigger than the club?
No, because in Pogba case, right? Because I think the rumors, the gossips about Pogba and his agents has been going on all the time. I think even if Pogba has to leave to another club, also it's the same thing as well as going on. So if my problems with Pogba last time is I was one of the person who used to have this against Pogba as well, because I feel his inconsistency is the big problem here, and we having him on the bench, it's actually kind of like a disappointment for me. But if he's not going to play his part on the field, so why must we put him on the field and race him and this kind of thing? But to me, he's the message is clear. If you do not have the things to, if you do not feel that you want to play for the team, then might as well you just go off. For other players as well, if they feel the same thing as well, they can also as well go out as well. Because for me, I believe if you do not have the heart to play, even though people are going to pay you how much or so, there's no point because you're going to be on the field with the price tag, and then but you're not going to perform.
All right. We have a comment here from Shade Faris. Shade, thanks for watching the show. He's crossed the border. He's the host of Code Late from Napshot. Through Academy, he wants to impress his future employers, future bound, PSG bound. We never know. Oh,
Just one
back-to-back
thing.
champion, road to 20. Let's see.
But just one thing I want to add on Pogba.
Good luck,
See,
Said Faris.
Pogba, from what I see, I think he will be signing a new contract with United. I can foresee he will sign a new contract with United because
Well, how come you both brothers got telepathy, is it? I mean, your brother just asked this question. Pogba will decide in the future. Do panels think Pogba sign a new deal? United, did you all communicate before this or anything?
we will communicate after this, but not before this. But you see, why I say that is because I think Pogba has a reality check here. The only club which can afford him right now is definitely PSG. All right, not even Juve, not even Madrid, not anybody. Okay, not the Premier League, definitely not the Premier League. So if you're going to go to PSG, you're going to play in the Farmers League, where winning the league is every time a confirmed thing. So there's no fight in it. So end of the day, Pogba is just going to become. If he's going to be proud of going to PSG, then it shows his ambitions are very low. I mean, no disrespect to PSG. It's just a league with no competition. Last night PSG won 4-0, and that's about it. It's a template win. You know, if you want to prove
Dinesh,
something,
I think I'm going to cut you there. If Pogba bothered about competition, he wouldn't waited this long to perform.
wait, you see, again, it depends. It depends on two things: the manager and the agent. I think the
So
whole
now the
point.
agent is bigger than the manager?
This particular agent is bigger than any manager because his big mouth is like that.
So then you get out, you ask the player to leave. It
Correct.
implicates to the team.
So the thing is, now we heard it from Mino Raiola that he wants to leave.
Hmm.
But did the horse really say he wanted to leave? Did the horse really
That's-
say he wanted to
The
leave?
horse
He did not-
finally opened his mouth after
No,
so long.
he did
Yeah,
not
what
come
he
out.
said.
No, wait. He did not come out clean. Let's be son. He came
Okay,
out and said,
correct.
let's keep the end of season, but he never came out and denied allegations, denied
Correct.
this, keeping it open.
Correct. So now
It's
for me,
unsafe.
I
So do
feel,
you want someone like that? Because it will send out the message, a wrong
No.
message. You always came out and say the Fergie way, Fergie way.
no,
Is
correct.
this the
I
Fergie
agree.
way?
I agree. But there's always there's a turnaround. There can be an attitude change. There can be a way that things can be handled here on. And I think Pogba will definitely, if he stays United, it'll be a new leaf. And I think if Pogba wants to stay United and become a better player, please just do what Lingard and Lukaku did. Discard Mino Raiola. Discard Mino Raiola. You will be a better player
But
because
both of them discarded. One left, one about to leave. So this leave also.
I don't think so. I don't. I personally feel Pogba will definitely stay United. I personally feel, because he has a striking partner with Bruno Fernandes right now.
Okay.
So Pogba knows that competition is there, and Pogba was always the focal midfielder we had. And now when it comes Bruno, Pogba becomes understudy to Bruno. That's how things are going on right now. So I feel that if this form continues to title number 21, if we ever win title number 21, we owe it to the midfield. And I think that alone will inspire Pogba to maybe stay at United. I personally feel like that. Of course, I'm just being
Optimistic.
over optimistic. Yes, I know. But then again, like what I said, bloody football, you don't know what's going to happen, So I just hope he stays. I'm sorry, but I hope he
Pogba
stays.
staying is equivalent of Martial winning the Golden Boot. Enough said. Let's move on to finding the missing
You
person.
had to rub salt on the wound. Ayo.
That it is. I mean, that's the absolute truth. We have to leave on. But
Okay,
now,
okay.
okay,
Okay, let's see.
Pogba is staying. Yes. Okay, let's say Pogba staying. But we have a missing person. Where is Donny van der Beek? What has happened to him? Vin, I'm going to throw this question to you first.
All right. Okay. I will say, okay, the moment they're going to bring this Johnny Van der Vaart, right, it was a replacement for Pogba. I mean, that's what I think. The moment they knew that, I mean, Pogba is going to leave, and I think they've been starting to talk about it and such, and so they bring in to replace Pogba. But the problem is now is that the Pogba is already started to play his game. So again, replacements. So having another player on the same position really help the other people to improve on their games. So the problem now is kind of redundant. Or I won't say as redundant as well. We can use him in FA Cup. That's what I feel.
Okay, FA Cup.
At least we can rotate the players. I mean,
So you feel redundant. That's interesting. Kalami, what about you?
About Van de Beek,
Is he a replacement for Pogba, or because both don't play the same? Both doesn't have a similar style. Both doesn't play the same way.
it baffles me when Solskjaer went and get Van de Beek because I think United has abundant of midfielders in their squad. They have Pogba and then McTominay. Fred and McTominay is playing well as a defensive midfielder, and if you want to put Van de Beek as a more attacking midfielder, and then you have Bruno, you have Pogba. I don't think he can ever beat them for the first place, for the first 11 place. So to me, it's not even an issue that he's not. To me, it's not even an issue that he's not playing, but because, like I said, United midfields are working very very well right now. I don't see the issue. I don't know why fans are giving a stick that Van de Beek is not playing. Maybe it's because he was worth what 40 million, was it?
40
Yeah.
million.
Yeah,
40
so
million.
maybe that's the reason why. I don't know. Because besides Van de Beek, we still have Mata who can still play, who have proven that he was a
Mata kehilangan mata di United.
See, I don't know. I don't see any issue, but he did get a few chances, right, Van de Beek, and
Yes.
he did not perform that well. So maybe that's why he's not in the team.
I tell you, he scored only one goal so far.
Yeah, and it was
Okay.
in the EFL, was it?
Oh,
No,
yes.
the first game against Palace.
His first game.
Yeah, first game against Palace, and then he has more in
And-
EFL. Champions League had minutes, 200 minutes plus, but Premier League baffling only 239 or 249 minutes. He has not been playing for the last 6 matches in the league, has not even been coming in the bench. Dinesh, there's a comment here from Shade. The only reason VDB is on bench because his position is occupied by Bruno. Wanna see more of VDB? Let's play for Bruno ACL. I mean,
You are
Alex,
mean.
I know you need that for United to come, but I don't think so. Bruno will go for an ACL. But
But
Martial
you are-
ACL, Dinesh will be
Martial
happy.
ACL is what I was actually. I'm about to start a hashtag Martial ACL.
Don't wish for any ACL for anybody.
Yes.
That's what it is. I mean, okay, Van de Beek in the bench is a bit. I mean, it's a bit sad to see him in the bench because he's a talent, immense talent, and he was the Bruno of Ajax Amsterdam. That's what I've been reading about him. He was that much of a good player. But again, like what we said in previous shows, Van de Beek and the bench, I think that guy is taking it positively because you're coming to a team with a lot of superstars, a lot of star players. It depends on your mindset. Are you coming here to learn more the football part of it and become better player, or you're coming and demanding your minutes to play? Okay, so the thing about the whole scenario is the media. All right, You see, again,
Mm.
Van de Beek has not given any negative impression on his time with United. But of
But
course,
why do you sign 40 million and keep him on the bench if you don't intend to
okay.
use
So
him?
again,
Why?
we know.
Okay, simple, Dinesh. Why not
Hmm.
use James Garner, who had who proved, I mean, coming from the ranks,
Hmm.
that minutes?
Okay. See again, did Van de Beek was signed with Ole's consent?
I know you're going to throw me that question. I'm going to throw you next question. Daniel
Okay.
James was who signing?
Definitely Ole signing.
Where is
Can
he
I
now?
say something?
Okay. The
Uh,
thing is, no. The thing
yeah,
is,
Kalabi.
no, we can
Dinesh,
start the
sorry, can I
player.
say something? Maybe the signing for maybe the Van de Beek signing is just to keep United's fans' mouth shut because we were sorry to use the word, we were bitching that we are not getting any players. So Solskjaer, okay, you want players, then I go buy one player for you. Maybe that's just it. And maybe Van de Beek is not even a United material. Maybe I don't know for sure, but maybe Van de Beek is not material, United material or does not fit in Solskjaer's system. That could be
Yeah,
it. That
he
is
does
it
not
could
fit.
be just simple as that. But I don't know.
But maybe Karami, maybe what can happen also is you can convert Van de Beek to a different position. You
Which
can
is
convert Van de Beek. Well, if you ask me, we don't
yeah,
have a left side player. We don't have a left
No,
side
but
player because
Van de Beek has been playing a number
we
8
have
role for
Martial, Dinesh.
Ajax.
We have
yeah,
Martial.
so that's why I said we don't have a left player. Martial, who's that? Irrelevant. You see when Van de Beek, bro. But guys, just to tell you, when Van de Beek plays his game, you know when he plays, he has that motivation, and it's a very. If you ask me, he's a very disciplined player. He does his job. Whatever given, he does his job. So just imagine if you could convert him from the midfield part of it to maybe a left side player, and then what happens is you release Rashford off the responsibility and maybe get him back on top, because we have Cavani there. But again, Cavani might not be with us for a long time, So if you're going to build a team now, this can be the stepping stone of getting rid of one on the left, putting the mid, and then get Van de Beek more time. He will definitely get adjusted, just like how we had Valencia years ago from the wing to the right back. There's always something where because when you start as a certain position or player, does not mean you end your career like that. There's always something to change. So it depends on how Ole is going to do it, Van de Beek. But I tell you what, let me tell you, I've seen Van de Beek's Insta, and the guy is all pumped up to be at United. So I think the media should just find a better story to write on.
Yeah,
Because you see, the problem in English media is they actually kill their own team. Come to
exactly.
the Indian national team. They might even come out rumor in May and say that Messi is already on the flight to Manchester. He's going to start United. He's going to get 7. They will come up, bro. It just takes one legal suit to say that. I didn't say that. That's how the English media is. So I don't blame them because papers are selling quite badly there, I guess. So they want some new, you know,
Yeah.
sales will be going on. So for me, ask me, bro, when the big story, just give him the time. The guy is okay. Trust me. I've seen his social media. The guy is okay. He's all pumped up. So just
Again, both
cabinet.
telepathy is working from both brothers. I guess they think alike.
My
They
phone is very
communicate.
loud. Right.
I mean, let's see. When the big goes where, but why? I mean, it's a good comment from Kabinesh. Selena, what do you think? Anyway, there's a fan of you here. Mention nice hairstyle. Sai Vishwan. So, Selena, yes. Do you think he will come good on second half of the year, or he is still below the ranks of other players, or more suited to just go out on loan, get some game time, and come back?
Okay. First of all, thanks Vishwan for that compliment. Okay. For this, right, I would have agreed with Kabinesh as well, and also with Said Faris earlier when he said, when Van de Beek plays the same role as Bruno Fernandes, but not agreed that he will go into ACL. But what I mean is, if in case Bruno is not stepping up in this game and all that, right, you can do the changes. You can rotate with him. That's what I wanted to see when you see Bruno is not. That's one of the options. Is that if not, means you can go on with what Dini said, right? Maybe he can play in a different position. Back to Kabinesh, where he says coming as a super sub. Yeah, I don't see that's impossible things to do, because for me, in order for you to give him the chance to gel with the team, to have his game on the field and all that, you can put him on the second half, but also a super sub, but also depends on the at that point, because one thing, if you can see difference between Bruno and Van de Beek, is that Bruno is more creative players. You can see him creating a lot of creative passes inside the on the field. So comparing to Van de Beek, he's not that much. He can do the passings and all that was great, but he doesn't have the creative things. So it also depends on the situation. If you are leading in a good goals and all that, you want to put him there, and then you want to see him scoring and all that. Yeah, I would have agreed with Gabinesh as well.
Okay. So your take, he will come good. I mean, in short, do you want to keep him or loan him out?
Keep,
Keep
If
I
it.
you're
will still
given a
keep him.
choice,
I'll
keep him.
keep him.
Vin, keep him also.
keep him.
Kalami, loan out, keep.
Keep him.
Dinesh, keep.
Definitely
Loan
keep
out.
him.
If he's
Definitely
happy,
keep
then
him.
no need to loan out.
Okay, that's very
But,
interesting.
but if you want to loan out someone, I have the list lah. You can pass it to you later.
The loan list, we know starts from Marshall there. But yeah, let's hope things come good because this boy was a gem in Ajax. I mean, we saw him playing in Champions League. But only need to tweak a formation, I feel, with him because he's a more of a number 8 than a number 10. So let's see how it takes time. Oh, we have Captain Sina here, our other host in Cop Talk, and the founder of the show. VDB needs time. Any player needs time to blend into the Premier League, even Messi. Agree?
Well
But
said.
question is either we are getting the player to blend into the system or we are having formation and then we are blending play according to it. So it's pointless to make signings if you're not going to use them. That's what I feel. Yes, it's to shut people's mouth, but why have squad depth? Okay,
Yep.
guys, let's move on to the next show, which is the focus of the day. And to all the viewing, we have two Liverpool fans who's going to join us for the first time in the Late Devil show. Hidayat and Dave, thank you so much for coming on board.
Hi Hidayat, hi Dave.
Hi guys.
Hi guys.
Hi, Karami.
Welcome to our
Dinesh.
welcome to our house. Welcome to our house.
Hi. Yeah, to the den.
To the den. Yeah.
Hopefully the den is not dented.
Hey.
Hey. What's up?
No, I heard you guys. I heard you guys. Go on.
Okay.
It was interesting. It was interesting.
Okay,
So yeah,
what's on?
round 2. We had a stalemate draw in Anfield. So what do you all think? What's going to change for the FA Cup? Hidayat.
What's going to change? Most significantly is the lineup. That's definitely going to change. I think this time around, Klopp will fielding a stronger squad in the FA Cup. To be precise, comparing to his previous outings, because this time around, like, we got nothing to lose. We are having a dip in form, slump in fourth now. That's quite a kick in the teeth. And I think for the FA Cup outing this time around, we're gonna have it a run and make it our way.
That's sad. Dave, what about you, Dave? I mean, Sena came out and said MUFC and LFC balling. It was definitely balling when it was United
No,
United came down to get a point. They got a point. But it wasn't a game that we wanted. So is this game going to be a different game?
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a worthy opposition, and it's a competition which we definitely want to win the game. It's clear. I mean, it's a cup game. This game definitely will to be decided on the night itself. It's not going to go further up on the next replay round or stuff like that. So like Hidayat said, there will be changes on the day on the lineup. So I would actually agree with him, and that's how we're gonna make the lineup for the match.
Okay. We have a comment here. Someone thanks for watching. If we repeat the same game plan as the league game, we don't hold a candle. We were trying not to lose while Liverpool were trying to win. That's very interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave.
Yeah, it's right. It's right. I mean, if that materializes and United truly want to have a go at this competition, it could actually leave the door wide open for us to capitalize on the counter. So, when that is in the mind, I reckon that this is going to be a very interesting end-to-end match, and I'm looking forward.
Right. I mean, okay, guys, all is watching. We're going to lose Kalami. He has to leave. But Kalami, before you go, I'm going to ask you this question. What is your take in this match?
I think it's going to be the same game plan for Ole. Because United has been playing well under Ole when every time they played on the counter attack. So remember PSG. So all these matches, I still prefer Ole to play more defensively and try to counter teams, because I think that's just the Anfield match when Bruno and Pogba had the chances. It was always on the counter attack. So we don't need to open up at the back. We don't need to play more freely. We should not risk letting Firmino, Mane, and Salah have a go at our goal. So I still think, and I do hope that Ole keeps playing defensively and try to get them on the counter. I think that would be, if we win 1-0, a penalty from Bruno in stoppage time, I'll be happy with that.
Is that something documented? Is that something documented? Fantastic.
I think Klopp would never wanted to have another penalty for sure.
He, he will definitely be furious about that. Kami, you actually predicted the
Yeah.
score of the night.
No, because I think Klopp is a bit frustrated that teams are parking the bus when they are facing Liverpool, but that's what you get when you are the best team in the country, I guess. Because there was
Thank you.
once when United had to break
Uh,
down buses
yeah,
before.
everyone wants to be a heroic on the night, and every team has found out a way to actually get past us. So
I mean,
whoever gets,
it happens,
whoever
Dave.
gets,
Whenever they
yeah.
get Liverpool or United, they all become Barcelona, Real Madrid,
Exactly.
Tottenham, abandon the Quasas 99 or power up boosters. I do not know what they get, but they're the world best
No,
players,
no,
world strikers.
no. Even Barcelona came to Anfield, we just swept them away, and so this is not the same Liverpool that we have. Many have seen in the past.
I,
There is certainly an internal issue affair is going on. There is a disjointed kind of stuff is happening in the dressing room at the moment. There was a secret meeting should be happened this morning, and I guess I really hope that they have back all the synchronization and come into this match and make it much more exciting to watch, instead of like a one-sided game or two-sided, just having a go at each other, and there's nothing at the end of the match. A boring,
Two-sided.
like what Senna said, boring, boring, boring. We don't want to see that.
Yeah, that would be this one. Dinesh, I mean, Dave said he doesn't want a boring game. But then here there's another comment. There'll be a winner, only difference. Hope not. Hopefully, a class show on the card. I'm going to put in a bracket the word class. Okay, are we going to have a class show, or I'm going to counter this with Shade's comment here. Say small team will sit back and counter us. We know them, and let's. Are we going to prove them wrong?
and that's why we are number one. We are a small team.
Small teams know how to win, I assume.
The thing is, you see, it's not about you go to it's like going for a fight now. If you know your opponent's big, you got to prepare yourself for a fight. If you're going to be fist fight, you just got to make him tired a bit. So it's just about the same concept. You know your opponent is very good at the attacking part of it. Of course, there are 4 games without scoring. But again, let me tell you, does that define their whole team? No, they are a good team. We have seen them. 4 games, it happens to any team. Even the great Sir Alex Ferguson's team lost 5-0 to Newcastle and Chelsea and 6-1 to City. We had our bad times also. So if with that particular 4 game stat, you're going to write the Liverpool off, that's going to be a comedy to watch. But end of the day, United has to be honest to themselves also. You're welcoming Liverpool Old Trafford. You have the home ground advantage. Okay, let's put our stats at Old Trafford aside. This particular game, you can play at the Nou Camp and the Burnham or any game, any place given. It's going to be a fiery affair. Okay, so if to welcome Liverpool, we just have to play our game, no matter if it's defensive game or a very free game. It depends on the players we have, right? If you're going to play a free game, then you cannot play Lindelof at the back. You have to play Eric Bailly in the back, right? Because Eric Bailly has the tendency to go up and come back down in a proper way. Lindelof, he was good on the game at Anfield, and I would not bet it again to be another good performance at Old Trafford this weekend. All right, but I just hope that United at this point in time, even they play a counter-attacking game or a free game, please take your chances. I mean, Dave, with all due respect, Dave and Hidayat, against Liverpool, I mean, I'm sure that you admit we had chances to bury the game off.
Yeah, definitely.
With a counter-attacking team. And I think the problem here with Liverpool, on the other hand, is Klopp has not rotated his team for a very long time, and now he is so predictable because he's very monotonous on his style of playing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
any other manager who's going to face Jurgen Klopp knows what to expect. So there's no more surprise birthday parties anymore. It's always
Yeah.
we know every year is going to be the same thing. So that is
Yes.
the problem with Klopp. So on United part of it, you have to take the chances at the very moment. Do not wait to the end of it. The first 10 minutes, if you can get a goal, sit in deep, counter back on the second, go for the second goal. Do not be contented. So if you ask me, even Liverpool themselves also, if they're going to score the first goal, don't think about defending first. Think how you're going to do the second time. Because let me tell you, this game is never decided by one goal. If this game is decided by one goal, I mean 1-0, then it's not a Liverpool United match. It's just a normal match. Because this
Yep.
game is all
Yep.
about goals.
Yep.
So
This
I
game's all
hope.
about goals. United going to score many goals?
No, it depends. It depends. Why not?
No,
Bro, it's
because
90
if
No, it's a cup
if-
match.
It's a cup match. And the thing is, okay, as a personally, this is something which United fans might not like me for saying, but I feel United should just bottle this game off. You know why? Let me
Oh.
tell you. No. Let me tell you. I'm being objective here. United does not have that depth and the strength to go for the FA Cup and the league. Okay, we do not have it. Okay, we got to be honest now. Are you going for the league? Just go all out for the league because our team is not built for attacking all three fronts. But if you can do the job against Liverpool comfortably with no any VAR help and anything, let's be honest, gentleman game. If we can do it, then I believe we can go all the way to the FA Cup. But if you're going to bottle this game,
finish without VL help and referee, we might struggle a bit with no fans. The
not really,
13
bro.
play-
Because against Liverpool at Anfield, without VAR, we held the fort. Oh, wait. Before that, Fulham game, without VAR, we won the game. Oh my God, we are without
Yeah,
VAR.
exactly.
We have divorced
VAR has
VAR
not been solved.
officially. And guess what? Burnley has taken it over. Burnley has oh my God, bro,
Wow,
I'm signing out of the show. The captain is in the house. When I see
We
VAR,
have-
makes the appearance, that's
It's
scary.
a surprise element, is it? Surprise element, is it?
No, I
Yes,
wasn't
yes,
surprised.
yes.
I wasn't surprised. I was expecting him.
Somebody said they divorced VAR, so can I get a number? Can I get a number? I think at this point he looks like a fine deal to me.
No, but I tell you, if United is going to win Liverpool, they are worthy FA Cup champions in the future. But it's going to be a hard game. It's going to be a hard game because Liverpool, trust me, has a lot of things to prove this particular game. 4 games
think-
without scoring.
I think we all got this wrong. I have to say we all got this wrong. I think my bro Puva has already commented, and I stand by what Puva has said. I really think we're really going to let this go. Just when we think this is Klopp, right? Klopp has made everybody think that, oh, okay, so this time, everyone thinks that Klopp has got a point to prove, and finally he's going to take this good for nothing competition a bit more seriously. Let me tell you all the reality. No way he's going to do it. All right. He's still focused on coming back in the Premier League. Contrary to what I believe, that the Premier League is a far cry away from title defense at this point. I am telling you, he is going to tell to play an open game, which he already knows. At this point, Klopp is not stupid. He knows that everybody plays the counter attack against him already. He's still going to play the same strategy. He might shake up the lineup a little bit, but he's going to play the same strategy, which means he's going to play a second tier team against probably a decent looking United. And I think he's going to fall short again. He's going to fall short again. All right. So I really think that that's what's going to happen. And Puva called it there 1-0 to United, or it's a United win. And I really think United's got this. Whether they go on to win the FA Cup, just like what I said, and everyone's been giving me a lot of slack about it. I have not said that the Premier League has already been won by any team, but I maintain that I do not think that it's something that Liverpool can win on their own at this point. It's going to require other teams to fall, which means our future is not in our hands, and that's not what Klopp likes. That's not what Guardiola likes. Top class
But
managers.
if you win the next 19 matches on the straight,
Yeah, here we go, lah, bro.
no.
We couldn't win 13. We slipped. All right. Even the year that Harry Maguire's audition for Manchester United, he did his audition on Twitter and saying, that they thought they were going to go 10 points ahead, and Manchester United said we like this guy, and they bought him and made him captain. In that year, so we slipped at Leicester City. We dropped points. We couldn't do the invincible last year. Bro, there's no chance. 19 points unbeaten. Let's be honest here. There's no
let's
chance.
also be honest here. You are overreacting with this sum of 5 matches.
No, we're not. We're not overreacting. Somebody told me what happened to the cocky and arrogant Sena from last season. Hey, I was cocky and arrogant when we were 20 points ahead. Hey, when we were 20 points ahead,
Yeah.
I remember in December last 2020, when we were, I think, 10 points ahead, I was still not cocky. I was still very humble, and people were saying, congrats on winning the league. I'm like, hey, no, come back in May. Let's talk in May. And hey, you're 10 points ahead. Come on, 10 points ahead past Christmas. Who's going to beat you? I said, no, you come back in May. When we were 20 points ahead, I was talking, bro, the pandemic came, we were 20 points ahead. We haven't won.
But now, who is 10 points ahead? No one's 10 points ahead. It's
Doesn't
4 matches.
matter.
But
I
that is
told
key.
you
Your next 2 matches are key.
Until the end of the season, the top 5 people in the league are going to have a point difference of 5 to 7 until the end, until the last day. You mark my words. And I predict that the Premier League will be won between 75 to 84 points or 85 points. I'm telling you, the Premier League that is a championship winning point tally this season. And I believe we will come back up there. United hasn't seen a slump yet. We will come back up there, but City is going to win the league.
We've been in a slump for the past 8 years, 7 years. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Dave. That's how pathetic it was, lah. This season, that pathetic level hasn't come yet. We will come. Don't worry. We will come. We were in a slump for 30 years, bro. If that's the case. So City is going to win.
Okay, I'm going to highlight the word later.
City is going to win it, and I think they will win the championship with maybe just 1 or 2 point difference again.
City won't win it.
But Sena, we already saw a slump at Crystal Palace. The starting itself we screwed up. We got hammered by Tottenham. We got kicked out by Leipzig. We had our own slump. But what you say is correct, because why? As the season goes by, the pressure kicks to your head. There will be a slump, But it depends on our slump compared to Man City also, because now KDB is out for a long time. So that is going to be hard on City also. So it's hard to say, Sena. But let me tell you one thing, like it's going to be.
But this season, it hasn't been all about KDB, yeah. City
but
other players have been stepping up this season, huh?
Yeah, but the guy is peaking, the peaking, and also I think
but this season City has been showing. Aguero hasn't picked. KDB hasn't really been the star of the show.
Yeah.
you look at the likes of Phil Foden and all that, he's really
Correct,
taking the Premier League by storm. So
correct.
I
But KDB,
really,
I
I
think
really
KDB,
back Guardiola because right now Ole looks like this big genius. Okay, he looks like the genius of the Premier League. But we're talking about managers like Mourinho behind him. Mourinho's like managers like Klopp, Guardiola behind him. And Guardiola, the minute he gets the lead, right, he becomes this different machine of a manager, and
becomes a
he's
beast.
gonna drive the team and tell them, "Do you guys see that lead right there? Don't freaking lose it because I don't like that." Okay, he goes into a different mode. He goes into a
Correct.
different mode. So Guardiola doesn't like. I remember we talked about Mourinho not letting go a lead, but Guardiola does it better. So I have a good feeling. I have a good feeling it's going to be City, closely followed by either Liverpool or United in second, and everybody else is third. Doesn't matter, right?
No, but
So
I think Spurs and
Are
Spurs.
we going off from our
Spurs
topic now, Vinod?
no. FA Cup I already gave to y'all. FA Cup I give it to United lah.
I'll give it back to you. So I'll give it back to you. I don't know. I don't fancy. I don't know why. There's this thing in me. I want to win. Of course, we want to win. But deep down, I feel that we might see a different Liverpool. Wounded
You know
Liverpool.
what? Dinesh has been learning these mind games from you already. He sounds like he sounds like Vinod's twin right now. Like,
I'm doubling up on the insurance policies nowadays. Like,
like all these mind games, reverse psychological mind games is a bit ridiculous. What rubbish! You all are top of the league. You all are playing good football. Lindelof suddenly has got this life in him, defending like literally he's defending for his life right now. When he's playing centre back, and you all
yes.
are going into
Yep,
this
yep.
game against uh, a Liverpool that's internally blowing up, and you all are telling me these kind of things. That come on, lah.
But do you think it's because Salah? Do you think it's because Salah?
No,
The rumors
No,
of him
No,
no,
leaving
no,
no. Let's
Barca.
not
no.
forget last year. I mean, we were in bad form, but we came and drew you. So it might go the other way this year also. So I mean, regardless whatever is being happening at the back or what, I don't think that when it comes to these matches, it might be different lah. So we also see it feels that both managers will not go out with their best lineup, with their best players. They might let it go because it looks like they might be focusing for the Premier League. Let's see lah. After that, how it takes on and go.
no, but I think I just want to go through. I don't know if Satya is watching. I was going back to what
No, he's
we
buying burger. He's buying burger.
I watched the Shades of Red again like twice, and I think there's a lot of truth in what Satya said, and I think yes, a lot of United fans are harping about this Ole for good and bad reasons, and but I just feel he's going to seal his position as for the next maybe 2 or 3 seasons
Wait,
in
wait,
this
Sina.
season's
Only
performance.
one we can have another talk show to talk about it. There's a lot to talk. That's not defined by this per moment. We want to give him any status or what. Let's remain calm. Put the handbrakes. Take it one by one.
I think when we have a discussion about Ole, we will leave Vinod out of the show. Okay, so FA Cup, let's hear it from Hidayat lah for a change.
Hidayat, before you start, right, I just want to ask because I saw your show and I think Shades of Reds. You have behind you have Mani, Salah, and all that. The Maka
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now. Is it why you were frustrated or what?
They undergoing rehab.
A good one, good one.
Hidayat is managing them how to score back.
Yeah, they're undergoing some literature and all those necessary to build themselves up back again.
I just wanted to say something, if I may, and I'll probably say it again tomorrow. For those of you watching, Cop Talk will be on tomorrow at 5:30, and we'll also do a United the United match preview. I just wanted to say, and this is what I said, I think, on Footy Talk in midweek. So if I can just say it in words, I think what's happened here tactically, I think we are giving too much of credit to to thinking that there's some drama going on, internally at Liverpool. I do think that maybe there was some issues at one point with the whole Salah not getting the captaincy and this whole Genie issue. So if you ask me, the bigger letdown in the team at this point, I would think Genie declining the contract. Bigger, that's a lot more than where Salah could potentially go. Are you telling me objectively, if, like the example, if I'm Jordan Henderson, did I objectively think a man of Salah's talents or Sadio's talents, they're going to be in Liverpool forever and deny opportunities of going and playing elsewhere? Come on. I as a captain would always expect that, because when I was playing under Steven Gerrard, I knew all the greats left. The greats came, and they go because they are greats for that reason in modern day football. Okay, nobody's going to be a Totti all the way. Nobody's going to be a Giggs all the way. People are going to go when they can go on the top of their game. They're going to go. So I think what has happened here is purely a combination of they're all just mentally, physically tired and burnt, and strategically, it is just not working out combined with all the injuries. I think the front three, the Gegen pressing, okay, the Gegen pressing, I think Hidayat will agree with me here, and Dave as well. The Gegen pressing is what tore the world apart. Okay, in every bloody competition Liverpool played in, except for the English clubs, they went and they tore the world apart when it came to the Gegen pressing. Okay, it's either we will press and break through defenses, or we will always be ready to counter attack and rip them apart. That's how it always works.
Yep.
Today, when you play the front three, and every team, you guys said it, where Karami said it just now, what they do against Liverpool, okay, when you are the champions, 2 seasons in a row, you got the highest point tally ever and all that kind of stuff. Every team's going to be afraid of you. They're going to want to save their points. So they're going to be defending deep, and they're going to when defend deep and clear long. You understand that? They defend deep and clear long and pass. So what happens today? There's no play at the back. There's no play at the back for the Gegen pressing to work. Okay, so the front three is ineffective that way because there's not allowed. You see now all the teams from United to Burnley to everybody, 2-3 passes only at the back, then they clear it to the middle. They go past the middle already. They clear it somehow, either a long pass on the ground or a long pass on the top. They clear it. So what can Salah Mane all do? Run back. They're going to be running back. So I think that's what's failing today. That's what's failing, and that's why the Gegen pressing is failing. And Klopp has got to come up with a new strategy. It's just not working. Okay, because right now, Lindelof, Harry Maguire gets the ball, they pass clear, pass clear, pass clear, pass clear. We are making them look like world class geniuses. All right, not just them. Every defense in the Premier League today, because they're defending deep, they defend, they get the ball, they clear. 1-2 pass clear. So they don't do any build-up play from the back where we force any errors. There's just no opportunity for that. So what can Klopp do for this? He's probably going to be the first ever manager. When he figures it out, he's probably going to be the first ever manager in the history of the modern game to figure out how to continuously penetrate this one. And I think he's going to need some Nigeria tactics from World Cup 1990, 1996, 1994 or whatever. 1994. He's going to need Nigeria's tactics. And what Nigeria did, they hold the bloody ball in their half for 25 minutes. They can do that. They can hold the ball in their half for 25 minutes. Okay, and ask the other team, you all come. We are just going to keep passing the shit on our side. All right, he's not going to go to your final third. He's probably going to have to do that. I don't know. But I think that's what's failing. Enough of all this drama, thinking that, things are blowing up in the dressing room. No. 5 games you go without a goal, without 3 points out of 15. It's a problem. It's a problem. So the team needs to regroup and figure it out, because the world-class front three that made Pep Guardiola say that I'm afraid of these guys. They are not combining now, and it's nothing. It's nothing to do with any kind of drama. Why Klopp doesn't play? I think it's a bigger question. Why Klopp doesn't play Takumi Minamino? That's a bigger question. If somebody can answer that question, please answer me, because that's very puzzling. That's really puzzling.
is because I think Klopp has never rotated his front three. He has never rotated the front three previously. So now when you give like Divock Origi chance to play like against Burnley, when he missed a one-on-one chance like that, you cannot blame Divock because he has not been given time to play. He does not know what is it to play on the pitch, not on the training pitch, on the real action. He has not has that exposure to say lah. And Minamino especially, they bought him for a reason. It's not to sell jerseys, to play because the guy can play. Don't keep this front three always together. I mean, like you see the title winning side of United back in 1998. We had Cole, we had York, we had
Yeah,
Sterling, we had Cole.
thanks for telling me 1998 that there were too many title winning sides at United. Let me just give you some.
But the thing is, United, like how it rotated the players, even doing right now, I think Klopp has to do that because every 11 he brings to the team, he's always predictable, I guess. So the moment he starts rotating, then you will think which Liverpool side am I going to play against today? So the very puzzling effect itself will actually give the advantage to Liverpool. So I think Klopp should start doing that. Sadly,
I just want to say one thing to Melinda, Mary Ambrose, who's watching. Thank you for watching. I didn't say that United did not defend well. I was probably one of the first people to say, okay, Lindelof and Maguire were very impressive that game. Right?
Lindini, not Lindelof, Lindini.
Lindini. Lindini. You get a clean sheet against Liverpool. Lindini. You get that name. I'll buy that.
So it means James Zaworski became Nesta, is it yesterday?
When Mugilan so quiet suddenly? When? Say something, when?
Well, yeah, just ready for the game. See how does it goes. I'm hoping for a different game plan by both of the teams and see how does it goes. I can't say anything for now. Yeah.
Actually, Sena, we spoke about the trust. The trust not Klopp doesn't put on the front three or rotating them. The question for Takumi Minamino, I think it's all about the trust that he doesn't have on Minamino. Probably on the day when we played against Crystal Palace, he just wanted to have a change in the front for a reason. But it actually failed him right after the match, and this is one of the reasons why we have a problem having even to score a single goal in 2021. So the basic problem here is the trust he doesn't put on the players easily.
Yeah, actually, to me, Klopp has his own ego thing because it's been some time he's been standing with his own philosophy for his own reason. Because this time around, as Dinesh and Captain Senna said, we are out of stores because we have been playing the same lineup for like 2 or 3 seasons, unless it's there's injury coming in. Okay, and then with the same style of football without creativity this time around, the gegenpressing was long gone. I think it's since the restart of last season after the pandemic, we've been losing the gegenpressing play style because
Let's just make this fun. Let's just make this fun. Who do you think Klopp needs to play in order for us to beat these United players and silence them for 24 hours? We can only silence them for 24 hours. Because every credit only lasts for 24 hours. The next day we have to go back to the cave. That's what they'll say. 24 hours.
Sena, I have a question. I have a question. Did we not ask you to ask that question?
No. I told you. We not live in each other's minds. We don't need to ask each other to ask questions. We know we are both pessimistic fans. We are very pessimistic fans. So we're not optimistic. We're pessimistic. So it doesn't matter. So, why don't you name your 11? Why don't you name your 11? Tomorrow I'm going to buy Kuda Toto Magnum. You name your 11.
Hey, at this moment, honestly, I can tell you with this kind of situation, I have no idea as well. Not to mention clubs, because we are short of options because our dependable front three is misfiring. It's awful not to score for 4 games now, and also the
Hidayat, would you want
yeah.
Harvey Elliott back?
Not for the moment. Actually, to be honest, he
But
can't
he's going
do any
all
good
guns
things.
blazing on Blackburn.
Yeah, it's Blackburn. It's Blackburn because it's
It's
Blackburn.
championship,
Yeah, it's Blackburn. Okay.
But
Um,
any help would do now, right?
No,
I don't
let
Liverpool
have
let
the
just
let him
full
let him
idea.
let him perform over there.
Okay. Uh, yeah, I would love club to feel a strong team against United this weekend, even though it's only the FA Cup. Okay. But being realistic, yeah, we need some rotations this time around because we need some new fresh faces for the minutes of playing to keep them uh, at a high level as well, even though they are not usually playing. And yes, I would love to see the likes of Menaminho, Shaqiri, and also Ox back in the first 11. And yeah, we have to drop our stars 1 or 2 games that just like yeah just like small punishment to them as well because they've not been performing as they were. Okay. And yeah, I have no idea which team that will be fielded, but yes, this time around just change the front three first and let's see how it goes.
Let's hear it from Karami. Karami is the football genius amongst all of us here. Among all of us here, but Karami is the football genius. Let's hear it from Karami.
What do
Oh,
you want to hear?
wahai Abang Karami.
I think the front is just burnt out, like you said, Sena, and it's just a slump. And world class players get out of slump, so there's no need to push the panic button for the moment. Strategies or tactics might work on the day and might not work on the next match. It's just part and parcel of football. I don't think, like I said, I think Liverpool is still in the title race, but for the FA Cup, not sure if Klopp is gunning for it. I hope he is because it's been a while since
I
I
called I
since
called he I called Pep Linders. He walked into Klopp's room. It's not even marked on the calendar. He literally needs multiple reminders that the FA Cup is on. Okay, that's how Klopp is with the FA Cup.
and if he's throwing the FA Cup away, then he should be fighting for the league. Then I guess I don't
But
know.
see, Asida, wouldn't it be a good? Okay, you're going on a slump now. I mean, every champion's going on a slump. So it make or break your. If assumingly he goes for an FA Cup, a positive result. Okay, I'm not telling you winner. I'm saying a positive result. Positive result. It will impact towards the next two performance. So in a way, it will bring you up from the slump. So instead of not taking it, you might go because you're not going to play the lineup. You're going to go straight away with a different lineup, and you're going to go to the Spurs game with the lineup that you lost. You are not going to bring any positivity or momentum up. So wouldn't he want to create the momentum FA Cup game? And by doing that, it's going to have. I mean, that's what all neutrals want also now, to have a positive game.
Hmm.
So I feel Klopp should go for a positive game.
I feel he would do that if his name was Rafa Benitez, but his name is Jurgen Klopp, and I love the guy. I love the man named Jurgen Klopp, and because of that, I already know this game does not matter to him. Just because you are in a slump, the FA Cup isn't the place to prove yourself for him. I'm telling you all
That's
this. When
uh,
the lineup comes up that day, you all will see it. and
No, but Sena, the thing is, you're playing your first fiercest rivals, so maybe there's a point of proof. But again, maybe he might do it against
Wait,
future,
Sina.
right? You wouldn't know.
Or Klopp doesn't take United as his fiercest rival.
no, of course he
No,
takes
he doesn't take FA Cup as his fiercest
as
rival.
exactly. He doesn't take FA Cup as a challenge.
Yeah, and he would
yeah,
look
as
at
a
what he
fan,
did. Look at what he did with the League Cup. So apparently,
yeah,
what
Okay.
that's what he's going to do with the FA Cup as well.
Yeah,
So the
As a
focus,
fan,
the focus
we
is
want to
elsewhere. The focus is
win every
elsewhere.
match. Yeah, yeah. As
okay.
a fan, we want to win every match. Okay, we want to win every match. But yeah, as Sena said,
Yeah, yeah.
Knowing Klopp, yes, that will definitely gonna happen with his ego. As I said, he has his own stand and his own reasons. And yes,
No,
I can see it coming. I can see it coming.
like Hidayat said that he has no idea how he's going to line up. Can I say that is he going to put Matip and Rhys Williams in the centre back and push Fabinho or even Thiago or Gini into the
Yeah.
middle and solve the
Correct.
problem? No,
Now, if he does
no.
that, on the tomorrow, then of course, then we know what's going to happen. But that's not
Yes,
going to happen, right?
that's not
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
happen.
yeah,
So we're going to look at the same typical of Klopp coming into the match, and there will be no plans to win this game. That's it. Even if Dinesh going to say that I'll give it to you, bro. No, it's not going to
You all
happen.
need to understand what Klopp is doing. He's trying to make his style of play work through and
Exactly.
through. He literally
Exactly.
is the football version of Thomas Edison. He's
Yep.
going to show you 999 ways how not to make a light bulb. Okay,
Yep.
until he gets the light bulb made at the 1000 time. That's Jurgen Klopp.
Exactly.
He's going to try it
Exactly.
and try it and try it and try it and try it and make it work. That's Jurgen
Yep.
Klopp. So
Bielsa style.
while we think the solution is simple, it's too big a gamble. Okay,
Yep.
you think about it. In the last 5 games, yes, we lost two very marginally lost 2 games, right? But in the last 5 games, right, we kept a very good defensive show.
Yep.
Right? The team scored against us on the counter attack, on the off chance. All right, but otherwise, his centre back pairings are working.
Yep.
The front three is misfiring. The centre back is working. So when we think, oh, let's just put in proper centre back, even the second graders, put back Fabinho and Hendo in the middle to support Thiago and rotate between Thiago, Gini, and the rest. We think that's the solution. That's the way we see it. Klopp doesn't see it. Klopp is thinking that no, in the long run, I need to keep a clean defense. And clean defense means I need the likes of Fabinho partnering somebody as solid as Hendo. That's what he's thinking. That's how Klopp is doing. Like what you guys say, play Reece Williams, play Nathaniel Phillips at the back. Problem solved, right? That's not what Klopp going to do. He is looking at the defensive cleanup that he's doing at the back there. Fabinho doing a good job. So he's never going to sacrifice that role. He's thinking that with Alcantara there, he can make the other midfielders come up a notch. And he's just banking on the front three to start connecting again. That's all.
Yep.
Guys,
Actually,
I think
the
put
biggest
it
problem is
this way,
the
lah. I
final.
think since you all said clubs are not into this much, right? Into this FA Cup match, right? Then
Yeah.
take this game as a test run for you guys.
But guys,
you can put
I got a
your
question to
thinking,
ask.
you
Why
can
are we
put something-
concentrating too much on Klopp when it's not a cop talk show now?
But
I think
I think
let's give Ole some limelight.
No,
It's
no,
like
you
Ole
must
is the non-existent
understand.
person.
No, we know we are good hosts. We give our guests a due respect. We talk about their house. Because
we
why?
just have
Their
because
house
they all
also
just
messy,
lost, you must
our
remember
house-
they just lost,
No, their house also messy. Our house also messy actually. So let's get the mess together. Let's have fun with the messes. So that's what we are doing.
We don't talk too much about football geniuses, like that's why I don't talk about Ole.
Hey, Sena. Hit below the belt, lah, Sena. Teruk lah, you.
Bro, how can you say below the belt? He's top of the table, bro. That's a more accurate thing.
And there's another thing. On the 24th of January 1999, Liverpool played United at Old Trafford, lost 2-1, and you won the treble on the season.
Which treble you going to
So
win
are
this
you-
season, bro?
Europa
Which-
League, bro.
United. I'm talking about United.
Which
I'm talking
treble
about
you gonna
United.
win? You got the
Europa
FA
League.
Cup and the Premier League.
Europa League, yeah. You all forgot Europa League.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
lah, Europa,
Okay.
FA, and Premier League, lah. Yeah.
No, I want you all to win it. You know why? When we won the Europa League, you all said the treble didn't count. I want you all to win it. Win the treble with the Europa League.
But that one reason, let go the Europa is okay, bro.
No. Win it because you all said that it didn't count when you are Liverpool. I really can see this group of United fans here, everyone, are not going to really validate the treble, but the whole world will say treble winners again. I can really see it.
No, but okay,
Which
but
treble,
Liverpool guys, I got one
The
question for you.
Community Shield,
Your
Europa League.
front three your front three, Mane, Salah, and Firmino, if you had a chance to rotate them, who would you take out and who would you place in? I just want to know this one particular answer.
I let Hidayat go. Nah, I don't want Hidayat go.
That's a good one. Okay, go.
Because
Dayat.
this thing is puzzling me. The thing is
Alright,
puzzling me.
let me tell you. Let me answer one part of what Hidayat's going to say. He's not going to sacrifice money, so he's only going to rotate to Mane.
Yeah,
Mane will-
yeah. I knew that.
Definitely.
I knew that. I knew that.
Definitely. Mine is not going out. Yeah, I will probably maybe rotating between Bobby and Salah, depending on my on the match day's needs.
And who would you put in? And who would you put in?
But actually, honestly, if I'm the man, I'm not going to sacrifice them as well. Because they are
No,
the best I had. Because they are the best I had.
the issue today is we cannot look at the front three as the front three when we are talking about replacement and shuffling them. When we do that, we cannot look at the 4-3-3 anymore. We got to look at
Right.
a 4-3-1-2 or a 4-3-1. That's what we have to look at. We cannot be a 4-3-3 anymore. So if it was me, I'll take out. I'll still keep Bobby. I'll still keep Bobby, and I will play Mina, and I'll play Ox 2-1. Okay, I'll play 4-3-2-1. So I'll play Mina, or if it's if it's 1-2, I'll play Haki, and then I'll play a front two, which is either Salah and Mane, or Firmino and Mane. I won't play Firmino and Salah. Okay, because I think Firmino and Mane, they can really work very hard supporting somebody right behind him. So, and I will play Taki there. It just cannot be a 4-3-3. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, I don't have it maybe carved out
but
like
do
what
you-
everyone may see, but you can't be a 4-3-3 when you take out the front three. That's all
Okay,
it
but
is.
do you think?
And Klopp doesn't do that. That's the problem.
But do you think that Salah is burnt out, or
Yes.
maybe he's too predictable?
No, bro. Salah's not burnt out. Sarah's burnt Lee.
No, because I personally feel after this particular so-called incidents with the captaincy and the
No,
Barcelona,
bro. No, bro. Bro, I can tell you, whether there was an incident, yes. Whether it's being overhyped today in the media, 200%. 200%,
Yep.
bro.
Yep.
200%. There's no chance that incident is still causing. It might look like it's hurting Trent. Trent came back from COVID, lah, way.
yeah, that's what I said that day.
Yeah.
Trent needs time because he's a COVID patient recovering, and we are getting back on the pitch.
And a
That's
lot
not-
of people blasted him for the Burnley match, but I really thought in a long while he played the best football in the Burnley match. The
Yep.
Burnley match, he really played good football compared to all the matches before that. He really showed up in the Burnley match. Just that the front three was not doing a lot of justice to him. He had better better ball control, game sense. He didn't lose the ball as much. He really showed up this game. So I
And he
think
was
he's
doing his
coming back.
cross-field passes also. He was doing
Really
the
good,
cross-field
really
passes
good.
like what he did. Yeah.
Exactly.
But
He
you
was
know
really
what?
good.
I, as a United fan, that day when I watched the MU Liverpool match, I personally felt threatened when I saw Shaqiri's name on the lineup.
Yeah.
You know, because I
Yeah.
feel Jurgen Klopp should start this guy in his first 11 for many games to come, because that guy is definitely a threat. There's a reason why he's called the Messi of Europe. You know, there is a reason why he's called the Messi of Europe. You know, so for me, I feel Klopp is he has to take this as a lesson to change the players, to give some players a break on the side. You know, especially Salah. I feel personally, I might not know Liverpool's formation very well, but I think bringing Shaqiri inside, replacing Salah would be a good move. I mean, do
Yeah.
you guys agree with that?
Yeah, but the issue with Shaqiri, I noticed he's not as fit and fast as he used to be, and as I would like. That's the only thing. So when he is running for the ball, by the time he gets the ball, in order for him to control it, he's lost that split second. That's the difference.
Yeah.
That's the difference. That is the problem here, and that's why I think in Klopp's fast play, he needs speed. That's why I think Shaqiri doesn't add up into the whole thing. All right, that's why it doesn't add up into the whole thing. So that's where I think, you know, Shaqiri
Okay.
doesn't. I love it when he plays. I love it when he plays, when he is on the lineup, when he comes in off the bench. Shaqiri is definitely the man there lah. But I don't know. I think I think like what you said lah. I hope Klopp is listening.
So you guys concede defeat for FA Cup, buddy?
Yep.
No.
Kishan said no. I say yes.
Kishan,
Yeah.
Mr.
Hey,
Nabil
this
Fakir, Nabil
time we
Fakir,
wish him
fan club
happy
member.
last birthday, and I wish he had a burnt cheesecake. Do you have a burnt cheesecake or not?
We are fine with that.
Burnley cheesecake, you mean? Burnley cake. Yeah, the Burnley cake.
Okay.
Yeah, my prediction. I think what FA Cup is what now? Extra time or penalties?
No,
Full.
penalty.
Extra time penalty.
Oh, yeah.
Not direct to penalties.
No. Hey,
No.
wait a minute.
FA Cup FA Cup not direct penalties. League Cup direct penalties.
League Cup is direct penalties.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
FA
Yeah.
Cup still got extra time.
Anyway,
FA Cup.
I think the game's going to be settled again past 90 minutes. I think it's going to be either extra time or penalties. And I think me and Puva were joking the other day in our group about I think if it's still in a deadlock at some point and the next option is penalties, Alisson will be subbed out for a spot kick specialist keeper. So because if it's Alisson in the penalty shootout, then I'll turn off TV. There's no point watching.
Why,
So,
if David in the penalty shootout, also I will turn off the TV. You only let's save one penalty also. So it's either the post or the post got to save both teams.
The post will say.
yeah, that's it from me. I think no 90-minute decider. I think it's going to be it's going to go all the way to whatever it is, and I think Manchester will make it.
All right. Wayne, what about you?
All right. I think it will be decided within the 90 minutes, and it's 1-0 for United.
Who's going to score the goal?
Again, they won't be the normal scorers. It will be someone else. That's what I think.
1-0. Hidayat?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Honestly, as a fan, I would love this match to be Liverpool's way. But being honest to the current situation and happenings, I can see we're going to let this slip again.
Okay. That's sad.
Letting
What
it
about Dave?
slip is, you're talking about the Gerrard slip.
Somebody else going to sleep this time.
I would agree with Hidayat, and if a win is going to be the starting point of the comeback or a fix for Liverpool, why not? But realistically, I don't see anything going to go good for us. I'm going to go for a 2-0 clean win for United.
I was just going to say, Kabine said it for me. He said Martial hat-trick, but I want Martial to score just to prove.
I think it's going to be a 2-0 win for United.
2-0. Kalami, 1-0.
Yeah, slimmest margin, 1-0.
He already said it earlier.
Yeah, Selena?
For me, in the previous show, I did say that I want us to lose this cup as well because I want us to focus on our EPL matches, right? EPL Cup, right? So I want us to lose it, but that was before the Peter Crouch made the draw and then made the game between United and Liverpool together. So for that, and somehow they're playing in Old Trafford, I don't want to see by any chance that Liverpool's going to win in Old Trafford. So I'm going to go for win at this, and they can lose on the next round matches. So I'm going for a 2-0 win as well. My scorer, I would put Cavani and Pogba.
Somehow the liver bird is crossing out the devil here.
You had to do that.
Look at that. You all need to get this tattoo.
Dinesh?
Of course, the sentiments of the FA Cup are there, and Liverpool I mean, let's be honest. Liverpool has just played yesterday. It depends on what team Klopp's going to bring in because those guys cannot be at 100% or so. So is United. So it depends on the team you're bringing. But playing at Old Trafford, there's two ways to look about it. As what I said earlier, if you're going to lose this game, it's all about the Premier League. But if you win this game, it's all of the FA Cup all the way to the finals and winning it because there's two things there. Winning the FA Cup and winning it against Liverpool at the fourth round. We beat the best in England and we won it. So there's a bragging right there. So it depends how United are going to take it. But I think it's a very close game. It might go to extra time, not penalties, because to be honest, both teams start.
When it comes to the FA Cup, the best in England is Arsenal, dude.
Yeah, that's why. Don't forget them. Sashi is watching, huh?
No, Arsenal and FA Cup and Champions League, we keep it differential because we can go all night long. But of course, I think it's a 3-2 game. It's going to be in extra time. It won't go to penalties. And I think, first thing first, Martial is not going to start. And I'm very certain about that. So I think it's a Bruno, Pogba, and Edison Cavani show. And I think Liverpool will start a scoring run with this game because our defense was very powerful or very good at Anfield. But let me tell you, it might not be that great when Liverpool come back because they have a point to prove. So I think Liverpool will still hit 2 goals, and it will go to extra time, 3-2 for United.
All right, interesting. Let's hope for a good game all. So everyone who's watching, I think I'm going to close.
Wait, we haven't heard your prediction. We want to know your prediction.
I think I will stay out from the predicting the game.
No. With all due respect, you got to respect the table, bro. The table has spoken.
Okay, I'll be honest. I think United needs a wake-up call. We have been living above the skies lately. I mean, the league position doesn't define the performance.
Come on.
I hope we lose the match. Or I think it's going to be a 3-1 match.
Can you give your honest opinion to Vinod on objective opinion or to Vinod on United's current form? Can I Hidayat? Neutral. Hearing it from me, Vinod will of course just keep going on no. So let's hear from neutral. Let's hear it from Hidayat. Hidayat, what do you think of United's form objectively? What they have accomplished? What do you think?
Okay, to me, actually, previously we've talked about a bit of luck and everything. Yeah, luck doesn't come without any effort because, of course, you must have doing something to be up there in the league at the moment. Even though Liverpool have been deep in form, that has been letting you all overtake us in the league. But yes, at the moment I can see Manchester United is building up and becoming better than before. Although it's been a while I've not been watching Manchester United in action. But yes, due respect and credit, you deserve to be up there. And yes, hopefully we will come out from this I don't know what to call problem at the moment to be fighting you back at the top because that's the best in the Premier League. Those two we are the best two rivals to be fighting up the first 2 top spots in the league, and that's it should be how it should be.
We are just Klopp and the team are just suffering from the new pandemic that hit the Liverpool City, and that's called PL20. He's just suffering from that, and he needs to overcome that. The vaccine is not easily found for that. PL19 took 30 years, so God knows how long PL20 is going to take.
Now we know what COVID does.
No, they got COVID. It was a different pandemic, PL19, and then now it's PL20. It's a mutated version of it. It keeps mutating. So he'll get up. If anybody can get us out of it, it's him.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, objectively, United has what it has to win that game. Based on how Klopp's going to play, there's no way of United not winning it if Ole goes out. But if they also define and see how Ole plays, because like Hidayah, I mean, the league table doesn't lie. I'm not telling no, but I'm not confident as a United fan to sit down the match. I know they're going to win it. We have been bailed out. We
I
have been
didn't bring,
bailed
sorry,
out.
Dinesh, I didn't bring my yellow card. Otherwise, I'll give him a yellow card.
So
He's
let's see
still
how it goes.
answering the question, you know. He's still answering the question.
Okay. I just say simple. It'll be another semi-final performance. Enough said.
You're not answering the question. Come
I want your score, bro.
on, come up with predictions. Why is it a taboo or what?
Okay, 1-1. United losing on penalties.
Yeah, lah, mad. Yeah,
Then,
mad, you're mad.
You just jinxed it.
You
Okay,
know,
never mind. This is a mind game. Okay, remember.
yeah.
Mind game.
I'll get a screenshot of his celebration. I'll post it on Facebook. Everybody witness it.
No,
Reverse psychology.
I will be
Never on
celebrating if it's 11 top United against 11 Liverpool goes there, then yes, I would take it as
Yeah.
a victory. But if not, it's nothing much to dwell on the victory. Let's look at how the thing goes.
Okay.
Makes sense.
How was the? I just want to ask Hidayat and Dave. So, how was the abuse or the whacking that we got from the United fans over the last 1 week? Was it fun?
Repetitively fun. The same statements were coming out again.
But
But
suddenly the banter got a bit too sour, a bit too heated, right? In the last 1 week.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
But
for
anyway,
me-
I
for
think
me-
it's just part of it, lah. I think for now with the current modern area, I don't think so. People are still gonna be like furious and all that. It's fun to see, because after so long, both of us back to the title race and all that, right? It's quite fun to see also though.
It's
Depends how
really
you.
No, I've been out of these banters and troll world for some time. I think what 5-6 years. So I don't feel any pressure of it.
7 years and 8 months or something like that, right? Banter was not existent.
For me, it doesn't exist. So I don't have any pressures.
No, I think it's really, really good fun. I do still see
Yeah, it's fun,
some one-sided United fans out there, some one-sided Liverpool fans out there, which is still a bit surprising. I think what Serena said is spot on. I think during this current time, it's good to see like real just banter lah. We're just taking one and giving one, and that's actually really fun to see. Where in the end, it's all about the game, but there's still those real, and I've got a lot of people like that on Karami knows, maybe some of them who are on our Facebook. Literally, like you guys, like Liverpool lost to Burnley, y'all got nothing to say. Y'all got nothing to say, but still want to come and say. And I suppose
Sina, it happened when we lost to Spurs also. That's what Liverpool fans also did to us. And the thing happened right the way you guys lost, right?
that's what I'm saying. There are fans out there, right? There are fans out there, because I know enough to not go and United can win, lose or draw. That's your problem lah. Until we come and play, together, then we can banter. But and the last few weeks there was banter because of the top spot. So that's where the banter was. So right now we are in fourth. You are at top of the league, right? It's for me. It's not classy. It's not classy. That's why Liverpool fans didn't like me the years that I was praising Manchester United. When I was praising Manchester, we were struggling for 6-7. I was praising Manchester United, and a lot of friends unfriended me on Facebook because they felt that you can't be this kind of Liverpool fan. I'm like, hey, we got no business trying to trash talk a team that's up there just because we beat them one game. We got no business doing that. So it's really not classy. Likewise, when you are up there, no point coming and trashing a team that's in third and fourth. You should only trash the team who's in second. Otherwise,
No, there's no point talking about anything when you have not won yet. So to all the United fans, take it slow.
I mean,
Let's win.
today,
For me, I feel let's win, and then we can go all banter. I mean, for now, it's still not there. Let's go it very slow. I mean, I know it's 7 years, 7 months. I've been there, but I'm so holding my grounds. Sena knows how I will jump if we win the title, but I'm like, Tunggu, wait, let's go slow. You will see a different me if we win it. But till then, The battle is not won yet. The war is
I
not
think
won yet.
when you all win it, I think Dinesh and Serena will be praying for the current winner to come back because then he'll go full force already.
Yeah, I wanted to say that also to all the United fans. Please do not unfriend Vinod for now. Okay, whatever he said is just out of what he
That's a
think
good
now.
one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean,
Alright.
okay, guys, it's been a long session. Thanks, Hidayat. Thanks, Dave
Thank
and
you,
Sina
thank you.
doing this special appearance.
Tomorrow, 5:30, everybody, and then
Yep, yep.
I suppose Footy Talk on Tuesday will have
Yeah,
a recap of the FA Cup match,
yeah,
right?
at 9. And Wayne and Karami, thanks so much for being in the show. And everyone who's watching, please like, subscribe, and follow our page on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and
Look
YouTube.
out for Dave and Karami. Maybe
Yeah,
Karami's one is taking a bit more time because he's
but
still in holiday mode.
we
But
have one
Dave,
coming up soon.
yep,
Watch out the page. A
watch out.
special one's coming up. A hot and
Dave
spicy
and
one coming
Karami
up.
are going to be involved in something very, very new. Stay tuned.
Very, very interesting. Just
I
watch
don't
it
know
out,
when
guys.
Karami, Karami hasn't given me the call yet, but we will look for it. But yeah,
Yes.
watch it.
Okay, guys. We're not signing off with the whole team. Ciao and have a good evening.
Yeah,
This
thank
is
you.
the devil's den, and I need to go and pray to Kali.
Glory, glory, Manchester United.
All